when I first started working with Suwe, consistently I was probably doing around 6 to 8K a month. I fluked the 10K a month once, but I wasn't able to sustain it. So overall, my business just felt like more of a side hustle, facing all of these problems. But the main problem was like, I had no KPIs, I had nothing. I was just brute forcing it. I remember initially on our first call, I was like, dude, all I want is 20K a month. Within my first month in the program, in January of 2025, I had my best month yet. I think I did 18K, so almost 20K in a single month.
You took yourself from 6 to 8K to now damn near 50. Crazy, bro. So, bro, crazy that we're in Bali, huh?
100%. It's nuts, bro. I thought I'd never meet the guys because I'm based out in Australia and everything. Like, you know, the time zone's cool. Like, you guys are based out in what, UK, Europe, US and everything.
Literally.
So it's dope to be able to see everyone, fly out to Bali, not that far from where I live. So,
bro, I literally told you, like, if we're in Bali, you better come out, bro. It's the closest.
Bro, now that I'm out here in Bali and like seeing how sick everything is, bro, like the next one, even if it's in London or Miami, I might pull up.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. But guys, this is gonna be the client interview with my man Iman. This guy is a killer. 19 years old, a bit younger than me, and he's crushing it. So give him a brief introduction on who you are and what your transformation is, man.
Yeah, so my name is Iman. When I first started working with Suwe, when I came across Suwe, I was just sort of starting my high ticket coaching offer. Consistently, I was probably doing around 6 to 8K a month. I fluked the 10K a month once, but I wasn't able to sustain it. So that's what sort of made me realize that, you know, I needed a coach. I needed someone to sort of teach me how to get to that next level.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I just sort of looked into the whole online info space. I wasn't really too familiar with it. Looked into different people, and I came across Suwe and his stuff, and for like multiple different reasons, I decided to jump in to his group offer, you know, did really well there, and then I jumped into his one-on-one offer, and yeah, now we're here in Bali.
And now we're here, bro.
On
Come
track
on, bro.
50K months.
Yeah.
And yeah, just we're ripping it, man. We're ripping it.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, bro. Like, oh my gosh. You guys are probably still wondering, like, what the fuck? This view is crazy. Even the birds, everything is perfect, man. But dude, this video is just highlighting your success, what got you to this point, having fun while we're at it. And bro, goddamn, we're really in Bali, man. Like, this is probably the craziest client interview ever. But yeah, what do you do, bro? What's your offer? Just so that.
Yeah, just to give you guys like a little bit of a brief overview of what I do. So essentially what I do is I just help people land tech job. So I help them break into the tech industry. I mostly work with career transitioners, career changers, people who, you know, stuck in dead-end jobs and stuff like that, who want to transition into work in a tech job, you know, the remote lifestyle, you know, financial freedom, location freedom, all that stuff. And yeah, I figured out the game. I know the ins and outs of the industry and how to break into it as a beginner. So yeah, I coach people on how to do that. That's my offer, man.
How does it feel? How does it feel doing the numbers that you're doing and everything?
Honestly, surreal. Like, going into, when I first met Suwe, all I wanted to do, I remember initially on our first call, I was like, dude, all I want is 20K a month.
I remember that shit, bro. I mean? I remember that shit.
So the fact that we're on track for 50 now, like,
crazy.
And just being surrounded with killers who are doing, you know, 6 figures a month, it makes me realize that even though I'm on track for a record month, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, this is nothing. I'm just gonna keep shooting for more and more 6 figures, and then after that, you know, we'll shoot for more. Because I sort of just fell in love with not just like the numbers now. Like, of course, the numbers are cool and everything, and they serve as sort of like a scorecard.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you sort of just fall in love with the game of just like business and just progressing and just getting better and better, right? So yeah, it's dope. It's dope, man. It's unreal. This year of 2025, I've probably grown the most in terms of business, just personal life in general. And like, honestly, like, I've got no one else to thank but Suwe, man. Like, appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. It's crazy that we're here. So, dude, I want to take it back to, you know, the beginning when we first hopped on. You were actually one of those guys. You came from YouTube, right?
Yeah.
How'd you find me?
Yeah, so how I actually came across Suwe is, initially, to take it all the way back, like, I'd seen like Suwe around, like, I seen his name around even before I was looking for like a coach. Like, even back in the day when you're doing your appointment setting, I must have maybe seen 1 or 2 of your reels, but like, it was like a faint memory in my brain.
Yeah.
And then in like towards the end of 2024, when I was actively looking for like a coach or someone to help me out, like a mentor, I was searching through YouTube. I was searching the typical stuff like scaling past 10K a month or like how to scale to 20K, 30K a month from 10K, right? I was trying to be really specific with my searches. And then I came across, you know, obviously several different coaches, but then I saw Suway on my feed and I was like, oh, this guy looks familiar, right? So I clicked on his video and bro, he just started dropping straight sauce. Like, I don't know what it was specifically. Like I'd be lying if I told you there was one specific thing that made me decide to move forward with Suway. Maybe it was the value. Maybe it was the fact that, you know, we're in a pretty similar situation in terms of our age, our interests, and everything like that, what we want to do. Or maybe it was just the universe. Like maybe it was just, you know, right place, right time. But for some reason, I just decided I decided, yeah, this is the guy. Like there's no one else for me. Like this is the guy. And I don't even like go through the trouble of booking a call. I literally just DM'd him directly.
I remember, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, bro, like I've got the money to join the program. Like here's how much I have to invest. Yeah. Like let's run this shit up.
And that's what I fucking respect about you. You like, if you guys don't know, I'll throw up the screenshot because this is his first ever DM. My first message with Iman, and bro just said, Suway, I'm ready to join the program. I got 6.5K USD ready to put down. I remember the exact amount, 6,500. I'm ready. Let me know what the next steps are. I couldn't find the time on your calendar. Let's sort it out. And I saw that message and I was like, kind of immediately I was, bro, this guy has so much conviction in himself and in us that you're just gonna scale, and that's exactly what you did. You took yourself from 6 to 8K to now damn near 50. So crazy, bro. Fuck. And I knew you had that conviction. What made you so sure?
That's a good question. I don't know, man. Like, again, I think I'd be lying if I told you I knew the specific reason as to why I just felt so sure. Yeah. Like, I don't know, everything just felt right. I was like,
gut feeling, huh?
Yeah, just gut feeling, intuition. I was like, all right, this is the guy. Like, let's not fuck around. Let's just dive
and just in. Go. Yeah. And I respect that so much. We hopped on the call, bro. Not even a call needed, to be honest. You were just ready, and
I would have like paid in the DMs, like if that's how you wanted to run it, you know what I mean?
But that's what I love about this shit, man. Like you knew we were doing what we got to do, and we had the results, and you just wanted to come in and just fucking take over, and that's exactly what you did. And it's the guys that are so ready to invest are always the ones that succeed. And so, dude, what problems were you facing in the past? Like, what problems were you actually just kind of dealing with?
Good question. So, I was dealing with a ton of problems, like all the way from the content to the sales systems and everything like that. Systems like in terms of like tracking, like overall my business just felt like more of a side hustle. Yeah. And something I was sort of just like doing on the side rather than a predictable system that, you know, obviously would print me money, you know what I mean? So again, it was issues with the content. Like I was getting a lot of unqualified leads. I wasn't collecting a ton of money upfront on calls. I wasn't able to charge a ton. I didn't even know, and the thing is, I didn't even know what to work on, right? I knew there was issues with my business. I knew like I was facing all of these problems, but the main problem was like, I didn't know, you know, I had no KPIs, I had nothing. It was just like a messy.
You were just brute forcing it.
I was just brute forcing it. So I sort of brute forced my way to 10K a month.
And then you dropped.
And then dropped down, couldn't get back up. And I was like, yeah, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, let's just find someone who does.
And that's how you know that, you know, it's I think the most important trait for every business owner out there, and you can let me know what you think as well, is self-awareness. And you knew before you even met me, you know, when you were watching the YouTube videos, okay, this guy knows something that I don't. I've been kind of, honestly, like just brute forcing my way, raw talking through everything, you know, straight up. No systems. When we talked on the call, no systems, no KPIs. You didn't really know your numbers and you were just fucking ripping. And it's like, it works for a while, but after some time you realize that you're just running in circles. And you're running in circles and you're chasing your own tail. And that's when you realize, like, fuck, let me just lock back in and let me just find someone that's actually done what I want to do, pay him to save me time so I can make more money, 100%, right? 100%. And then you scale to literally what, 20, 30K? Or, 15, right?
Yeah, so let me tell you what happened. So when I first joined Suway's program, right, I think it was in like December of 2024, joined the program. Within my first month in the program, in January of 2025, I had my best month yet. I think I did 18K, so almost 20K in a single month, right? And this is within 1 month of joining the program. I tripled my business. So in December, I'm going to be transparent with my numbers. Like it was probably my worst month yet because I was trialing paid ads. I wasn't going as hard as on organic.
Yeah.
And Suway was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, do this, and this.
Yeah.
Stop doing what you're doing now. Do this. Laid out the whole action plan for me on our first like call. It was like what 30 minutes or an hour long. I don't remember specifically, but that call was all I needed to have complete clarity on what it is that I needed to do.
Yeah. And I remember, bro, you eventually kind of scaled to that 15 to 20K a month mark. And at that point, you kind of just stayed stagnant. And I remember I was pissed because I was like, dude, Iman, you could be a huge client. You could make ridiculous amounts of money that you can't even fathom, right? But you were complacent in your own head. So talk to them about what got you out of your own head and what made you realize that, hey, like, 10 to 20K, it's cool, but it's not enough.
Yeah, 100%. I'd say multiple different things. One of them obviously being having Suway as a coach, right? Like he sort of planted that seed in my head that, yo, you could be doing so much more.
Yeah.
You could be doing so much more. And that's what sort of made me take the time to think about it, right? That planted the seed in my head where, my subconscious was probably thinking about this stuff. Like I was scrolling through social media, seeing all these guys doing bigger numbers, younger, like 16-year-olds doing crazy numbers, 15-year-olds. Like it's getting crazy nowadays, right? And that's when I sort of realized with that, alongside the fact that, I just felt kind of empty because my whole goal for pretty much the last couple of years was like make 10K a month, make 15K a month, like make more than 10K a month consistently, right? And once I hit that number, I thought I'd be happy, which is why, I told Sway, I don't know, this is my goal. Like, I don't know if I want to scale up. But then I just realized, like what's next? Am I just going to stay at 10 to 15 for my entire life?
Yeah.
Like, am I just going to like cruise for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Right. And I thought like life would be way more fun once I hit 10 to 15 and I didn't have to work as hard. But what I realized is that like I was looking back to the days where I was grinding and where I was like looking towards the future. I was like, like grinding towards this vision of hitting 10K a month, that my life was the best, right? When I was just in the trenches grinding, had a huge purpose that I was working towards. So I was like, screw it, and that sort of comes back to what I was talking about earlier, of just falling in love with the game itself and falling in love with the journey rather than, the destination.
Yeah.
And that realization sort of made me come to the decision that, hey, you know what, like, Suway, you're spitting facts. Like, let's scale me up. Let's
scale it even more. Yeah. And I like to say this all the time, 10 to 30K a month, that's like the danger zone. You're comfortable, you're complacent, you're doing better than everyone else, you can travel, you can live the lifestyle, but it's like, you can do so much more. You can do so much more. And I told Iman straight up, bro, let's run this shit up to 50, 100. And he was like, dude, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not sure. And that was something that he kind of had to realize by himself. And hey, man, you slowly realized it. And then he came back, joined the one-on-one. And then talk to me about what made you join the one-on-one. Because the group coaching already got you the results, huh?
Yeah. Like, the group coaching got me the results, obviously, right? But the thing is, the main thing that got me the results with the group coaching was the one-on-ones with Suway. Those were the biggest paradigm shifts. Those were where the biggest moves happened, i.e. When I first joined the program, right, in December, that first one-on-one call, or those first one-on-one calls with Suway, that's what, those were the big, the heavy hitters that resulted in me landing, making or tripling my business, right, in just 1 month of joining the program. So I was like, I just needed more one-on-one. I had so many questions. Like, I just needed something that was more tailored, more personalized.
Yeah.
Like, I just needed more. Like, I just wanted access to Suway. That's pretty much it, man.
If you had to pinpoint one problem that we helped you solve, or that you solved,
dude, I can't pinpoint one. Honestly, it was appointment setting, content, systems, and tracking of data. Like, they pretty much just built. My entire business was built from the ground up with everything that Suway's put in place, the modules, his team, his one-on-ones, the resources, the templates that they give you. Dude, they even give you websites and templates for your funnel, your fucking CRM, your everything, right? Like, so without Suway, without like, consulting mastery, like, I wouldn't have been able to build any of the infrastructure. It would have taken me years to do so. And yeah, I sort of, what I realized is that like, dude, what's the point in making money if I'm not going to use that money to like get me the best, the premium service, right? Because obviously group coaching is cool, but like I have this money just in the bank, and I was sort of attached to this. Yeah, that's also one of the, it sort of goes back to one of the main reasons why I didn't want to scale up.
Yeah.
It's because when you do 10 to 15, right? You don't have, your team is super lean,
Yeah.
right? Your margins are super good, which means that you're bringing home all this money every single month, and you're stacking up this like this nest egg of money.
Exactly.
This big amount of cash, right? And I had this cash, I had this like big amount of cash sitting in the bank, and I knew that in order to scale up, right, there's going to be this temporary period of time where, you know, I had to invest, I had to, you know, whether that's, you know, investing in a team or investing in more coaching, right? That nest egg was going to go down before it went back up, right? So that added a bit of friction. But what I realized, which made me decided to jump into a one-on-one, was like, you know, what's the point of having all this money sitting in the bank if I'm not doing anything with it?
Yeah.
It sort of goes back to what, you know, one of the other guys in the retreat, Andrew, told me, you know, still money is dead money, right? Like, what's the point of having all this money if your quality of life is worse?
Yes.
You're not using it to improve your life. So I was like, screw it, like, let's use this money to get me the best possible experience, the best possible service, to, you know, just get me results as quickly as possible. Because you're either going to pay, if you want to achieve something, you're going to have to invest time, or you're going to have to invest money. You're going to have to invest some kind of resource. And I was like, I have this money sitting here, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
You know? And it's obviously paid off.
Dude, the lesson that you learned and that I learned this year as well, that I think both changed our lives, was losing attachment to money. You can't be attached to money. And the moment that you're attached to money, that's when you stagnate your growth. You know, it's like,
100%.
dude, I've probably spent over $60,000-$70,000 this year alone. I'm going to spend over $100K just across coaching, mentorships, one-on-one calls and everything, because I understand that, well, why am I in a position where I'm complacent? Why am I in a position where I don't want the most out of everything I put in? And I was like, fuck it. Like, why am I so concerned about hoarding this amount of cash? What am I going to do with it? It's just an ego thing. You know, you look at your bank account, you open it up. Okay, cool. 400, 500K in the bank, but it's like, what good is that going to do for me? There's no satisfaction that comes with that unless you buy a house or some shit, right?
100%.
But it's like, what good is all that cash when you're being stagnant and you're still spending your time to figure out things by yourself? It's stupid.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you the amount of people that struggle with this, because the thing is, we struggle with it. You know, it's a problem that we both face growing up, because I'm assuming that your parents told you spend less, save more,
100%.
be a cheapskate, buy the cheapest thing. And it's like, we've been so conditioned in our head to think that way. But the moment that you unlearn that, the biggest growth comes.
100%.
You know?
100%. And that's like, it sort of comes back to something I was thinking about earlier as well. Like, money, you have to realize money is like an unlimited resource. Like, governments across the world are printing like trillions of dollars of cash every single fucking day, every single fucking year, right? So you're stacking, you know, let's say you have 6 figures in the bank, cool. But like, the government just printed fucking 5 billion more today.
Exactly.
So what the fuck? Like,
money isn't real, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the sort of realization that I came to, is like, money's not real. All of this material stuff is not real. The only thing that only resource that's really real and really valuable and limited is your time, right?
Bro,
You know what I mean?
God, bro.
So like,
Spitting.
every single dollar that I get, like, I literally, from the time that I invested with Sue, I jumped into his, when I jumped into his one-on-one, ever since then, like, if there was ever an opportunity for me to increase my quality of life or speed something up with the use of my money, like,
You're doing
no hesitation.
You're doing
done.
that shit.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not even just coaching, it's just everything in life in general. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ordering a priority, like, let's say, priority delivery driver, so I can get that more quickly, so I can move on to the next.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just small stuff like that. Because again, you have to realize money is not real.
Yeah.
Time is your only resource, and you have to do everything in your power to. You got to be scarce with your time, not with fucking money, man.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
real.
Exactly. And it's like, the cool thing about the money that we make is that, bro, we don't gotta look at prices. I stopped looking at prices. You know, like, when I hit that big month, ever since March, I just stopped looking at prices. I stopped looking at how much a food item costs on the menu. I stopped looking at how much the Uber costs to the airport. And I'm like, bro, if it's convenient and it's gonna save me time, I'm paying that shit.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not fucking real, bro. It's
100%.
like, and I genuinely believe that everyone should experience life like this, because Bro, it's like we were living life in creative mode in Minecraft. Bro.
100%.
Just build whatever the fuck
Yeah.
we want to do with it. We can fly anywhere and all that shit. Yeah.
100%. And like, it also comes back to like, one thing that I struggled with was also paying out my team and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, there's a bit of friction because
Yeah.
again, you're attached to the money.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to my team, like if there's something that needs to be paid,
Yeah.
a new video needs to be edited, a new thumbnail needs to be edited, like I'm not editing that shit myself. When I was doing 10 to 15, I thought it would be better to save money and edit that shit myself, or like, like pay a worse editor, right, who's cheaper to edit that. But now I'm paying for the best quality.
Exactly.
I'm paying to have that shit done as quick as possible so that, again, I can save as much as my time as possible.
Yeah. 100%, bro. So what do you think was obviously the biggest game changer was like your mindset,
Yeah.
but where do you think you'd be if you actually like, if you didn't kind of hit me up and everything? And I want you to be real as well, because if you think you could have figured it out yourself, let them know, because I want you to just be as real as possible. That's how I am as well.
Yeah, 100%. Like I was already being super real throughout this whole interview. And I'm being honest, like I know I would have figured it out, right?
Yeah.
There's no way I wouldn't have figured it out. But it's just, it comes back to what we were speaking about. It's just the time.
Speed, bro.
Speed.
Speed.
If I try to figure out everything myself, like let's say I would have been like 21, 22 in the position that I'm in today, right? Which is cool, but like that's 3 years, 2 years wasted. Why? Because I didn't want to spend, 5 figures on a coaching or consulting offer.
Yeah.
2 years, like if you value 2 years of your life at 5 figures, like that's 6 figures. I'll probably even value that at 7 figures. 2 years.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
100%, bro. What would you say to someone that's stuck at that, position you were in before? Let's say 6 to 8K a month, stuck there, brute forcing everything, no systems. What would you say to that kind of person?
Dude, just find a mentor, find a coach, like Consulting Mastery. This is the one. Like if you're watching this video in a similar position to, what I was in, you're snooping around for a coach right now. Like Consulting Mastery is legit. I've not had a single issue. Like this is the best coaching program that I've joined. I've joined a few others, obviously not going to name names out of respect, but quality wasn't up to standard. I wasn't getting replies. The replies were, I just wasn't getting the support I needed to scale up.
Yeah.
But when I joined Consulting Mastery, it sort of set the new standard for the quality of coaching program that not only I should be getting when I invest in a program, but that I should also be giving to my my clients, right? So that's not only did my business improve in terms of sales, content, marketing, all of that stuff by joining Consulting Mastery. Like my fulfillment also improved by implementing a lot of the things that Sue uses in his program for his clients. I just take that and implement it in mine, and now I'm getting way better results for my students.
Oh yeah,
they're way happier. I'm able to charge way more money as well. So it's like a win-win. This is like a no-brainer offer.
Yeah.
If I could go back in time, and honestly, if you guys are charging 6 figures for fucking Consulting Mastery, like I would still join. You know what I mean? Like,
what's your favorite part about it, bro?
Bro, there's like too many, man. It's like I'm out here in Bali with the boys. They've planned everything out. Like the villa's beautiful, private chef. It's like all I had to do, like I didn't have to do anything, right?
Yeah.
One-on-one calls, group calls. What else? Just experts, coaches in all different fields to help you out with all parts of your business, appointment setting coaches. They've got systems and back-end coaches. They've got content coaches, like everything. It's a one-stop shop. That's what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And I think, well, if you had to pinpoint one, would it be the mastermind, the one-on-one? What would you say?
I'd say one-on-one.
The one-on-one?
For sure.
And then mastermind is second.
That's the thing that ties everything together. The one-on-ones with Sue, like that's what's going to give you the direction that you actually need to make use of all of the other aspects of the program. For example, if it's like your issue is content, right? Like you need to dial in your content. You're like, okay, I need to work on content. Let's go to Josh, the content coach.
Exactly.
Right? And then, but if it's appointment setting, you go to Alex, you know what I mean? So one-on-one calls, one-on-one just working with Sue, that's obviously the best part of the program.
Hell yeah. What's second? Just out of curiosity.
Good question. I'd say the coaches.
Hell yeah. Beautiful, man. And last thing, bro, if someone's on the fence about joining, what's one piece of advice you'd give them, bro?
Dude, I was on the fence twice.
You were?
I was on the fence about joining the initial group offer. And then I was on the fence about, scaling up and joining the one-on-one offer. And each and every single time I didn't listen to that voice in the back of my head and I said, screw it. And I dove in, like my business, like 3X. right? So if you want to 3x your business, I've seen people, 10x, 5x,
100x.
100x
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
business. So if you're serious about scaling up, you're serious about making this work, serious about finding someone who's actually gonna be able to take you to where you need to, where you want to go.
Yeah.
Consulting Mastery is a place. We've got killers in here. It's strictly killers in here.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let you win if you're not a killer. You know what I mean? So yeah, try your luck. See if you can get in.
Yeah. It's exclusive. And guys, one thing I will say, it is a client interview, but Iman put in the fucking work. And as much support I can give you, as much one-on-one, as much all these type of things I can give you, bro, you put in the work. So man,
Appreciate you, bro.
Congrats, bro. I can only do so much as a coach, as a mentor, but you put in the work. You're the best possible student that I could genuinely ask for. You listen to everything. You're on time. You take action fast. And now we're doing 50 G's in fucking Bali, bro.
Let's go.
So where can they find you, bro?
You guys can find me at Iman W Musa on all platforms. So Iman, IMAN W Musa, MUSA on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all platforms.
Let's do it. Thank you for this,
Beautiful.
bro.
Now,
Oh yeah.
anytime, man. Anytime.
Take care.